So today we are discussing about the 2024 chemistry board exam which was held on 11th of March 2024. So before we start this, see, this question paper was as expected. It was very simple paper. So most of the questions were asked directly and from previous year question papers. So before we start this, I just want to give you a gist of the marks distribution. The highest number of marks was asked from organic chemistry, 17 marks. So then second highest is from study of compounds, which includes H2SO4, NH3, HCl and HNO3. But here HCl and HNO3 they asked only 1 mark, which I think very unfair. So they did not distribute the marks equally. Whereas if you see periodic table usually expected less number of marks, but this time periodic table 11, chemical bonding 10, acid bases salts also 11, mole concept and electrolysis is a very big chapter, so we expected around 10, so it is there. Metallurgy they have asked 8. And the smallest chapter is analytical chemistry, so they have asked 4 and practical 6. Together if you consider 10 marks. So if you see most of the chapters, I mean equally distributed except organic chemistry, they have asked a very huge number of marks questions. Okay. So with this, let's discuss the paper. I hope every one of you have done it well. So you can also check your answers here. Uh, First one, MCQs. Unsaturated hydrocarbons will undergo addition reactions. So how do you write the answer? You will write A, addition reaction. Complete answer you have to write. 2. Second period neon has maximum ionization potential because neon is a noble gas. So noble gas, what is the answer? The outermost shell is completely filled, so it will have maximum ionization energy. Third one, copper, zinc, tin, this will be bronze. So previously before this I uploaded one shot revision, so there I actually focused on most of the things and the same questions are repeated here. So if anybody is preparing for 2025 or 2026 paper, so you also watch one shot revision, and then if you come to this you will understand that the pattern will be similar. Okay. Next, fourth one, metal hydroxide, which reacts with both acids and alkalis to form salt and water. So it will be amphoteric aluminum hydroxide. Reaction of an alcohol with a carboxylic acid in presence of Kong sulfuric acid is esterification. Conversion of ethanol to ethene by the action of Kong sulfuric acid is dehydration. The oxidizing agent in this equation is concentrated sulfuric acid, that is B. Electron affinity is maximum in. Many children had confusion in this. Remember, electron affinity in any period will be highest for halogens. So out of these four, halogen is the argon. Sorry, halogen is the bromine. So bromine is the correct answer here, Br. The compound that is not a constituent of the electrolytic mixture used in the Herold's process. Alumina is there, C and D is there, B is not a part. On passing ammonia gas over heated copper oxide for some time, reddish brown residue is left behind. What property of ammonia is demonstrated here? Ammonia is a very good reducing agent, the reducing property of ammonia. A rotten egg smell is due to the liberation of hydrogen sulfide gas, which is H2S. Ammonia gas is collected by downward displacement of air since ammonia is lighter than air. So if you remember, we keep the glass apparatus in a upside down. So here you will pass ammonia gas. So it will push the air down. So therefore it's called as downward displacement of air because ammonia is lighter than air. Which of the following would occupy 22.4 liters at STP? See, on the mole concept also very simple questions they have asked. There's no difficulty or no surprises in this part also. So 22.4 liters of at STP means it must be 1 mole of that gas. So 32 gram of oxygen gas. Oxygen is O2. O2 is 16 into 2, right? 32 gram. Yes, it should be there. 2 moles of hydrogen gas, H2, is 2 gram. 2 gram means 1 mole. 1 mole is 22.4 liters. But 2 moles will not 22.4 liter. It will be double, 44.8. So 2 is incorrect. So wherever 2 is there, 2 is here, 2 is here, 2 is here. So cross out. No need to check the third one. Obviously, it must be correct answer. Okay. In the molecule of water, oxygen atom has. So water, if you take oxygen, the structure formula is like that. So it will have the 2 lone pairs. So oxygen atom has 2 lone pairs of electrons and 2 bond pairs, or shared pair of electron will be 2. So that is not given here. A mineral from which the metal can be extracted economically and conveniently is known as ore. Very simple question. Now picture study in question number 2, first part. Again, electroplating of an iron cup with nickel is given. Simple question also asked on this. During electroplating, the iron cup is placed at the cathode. Why? So this is the iron cup, you can see. So what happens, always the article to be electroplated should be kept at cathode, because the metal ions will come to the cathode, gain electrons and become metal atoms, means they will deposit on the cathode. Hence we have to keep the iron cup which has to be electroplated at the cathode. Name the ion that must be present in the electrolyte. So always the metal ion which you want to electroplate, the metal, that its ion should be there. So it is Ni plus 2. So you have to write the name, or nickel ions. Okay. State one condition that is necessary to ensure that the deposit is smooth, firm and even. So we can write low direct current, low DC, and if you want also add longer period of time. For more time, if you pass low current, it will be smooth and even. Write the reaction taking place at the cathode. Cathode means cation will be there. Cation, you have to take nickel plus 2, because it is electroplating. So it will gain 2 electrons and become nickel atoms. So this is the reaction. What change would you observe at the anode? Anode is simple. It diminishes in size and mass. Simple. 5 marks. Match the column also. Very simple question they have asked. Water. Water is which compound? Covalent compound. Alkali metal is lithium. Halogen will be iodine. Calcium oxide ionic compound. Weak acid will be acetic acid. This is even grade 9 children will answer. Water is 3. Alkali metal is 1. Halogen is 3. Calcium oxide is ionic. So fifth one. Weak acid is acetic acid. Fourth one. Fill in the blanks, also repeated questions are there. Okay, the salt that can be prepared by direct combination is FeCl3. FeCl2 will be displacement. The metallic oxide which can be reduced by using common reducing agents will be Fe2O3. Al2O3, what do we do? Electrolytic reduction. The metal nitrate which on thermal decomposition forms black residue. See, zinc nitrate and copper nitrate. Copper nitrate is the correct answer. What is that black residue? That will be copper oxide. During the electrolysis of copper sulfate solution, if dash is used as electrodes, the color of the electrolyte does not fade. So you have to use active electrode for that purpose. It will be copper. If it has to fade, then you have to use platinum. The process of heating the concentrated ore in a limited supply or absence of air is known as calcination. State the terms for the following. The group obtained by removing one hydrogen atom from the parent alkane is alkyl group. Okay. From CH4, if you remove one hydrogen, you will get CH3. So what is that? Methyl. Methyl is alkyl group, isn't it? Two metal plates or wires through which the current enters and leaves the electrolytic cell. So electrodes. Electrodes. The amount of substance which contains the same number of units as the number of atoms in carbon 12 is 1 mole. The tendency of an atom to pull a shared pair of electrons towards itself in a compound is electronegativity. The formula which represents the simplest ratio between the atoms, simplest ratio is empirical formula. Actual ratio will be molecular formula, simplest ratio will be empirical formula. Next, organic chemistry 5 questions are compulsory on naming and writing the structural formula. Give the IUPAC names of the organic compounds. So first one, if you see, select the longest carbon chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pent. So numbering in such a way the substitution should get the least possible number. So there are 2 chlorine atoms, position 2, 3 hyphen dichloropentane. This is the answer. Second one is simple numbering here. Okay, here no substituent. 1, 2, 3 prop. So propanoic acid. Propanoic acid. Simple questions. Next, draw the structural diagram. So first one, 3-methyl pentane. So first you write 5 carbons pent. Position of methyl group is on third carbon. So first write methyl group here. Next, what you have to do? The single bonds. How many? Every carbon should have 4 bonds. So if you missed any bond, then it is incorrect. So then you write the hydrogen atom. Simple. Okay. So you have to show every bond. Then only it is a structural formula. Otherwise you will lose the marks. Second one, if you check propyne. So 1, 2, 3. Ine means triple bond. So you can write triple bond on any carbon. So 4 bonds here, 4 bonds already on this, remaining 3 hydrogens on this. Third one, methanol. Meth means only one, Al means aldehyde. So C double bond O and single bond H. So H, C double bond OH. This is methanol. Simple questions. So come to section B, 40 marks. Attempt any 4 questions. So I will discuss all the questions. Question number 3. Rewrite means you have to rewrite the whole sentence, the following statements by adding the correct word as shown in the example. So example they have given, ammonia changes moist red litmus blue, aqueous ammonia changes moist red litmus blue. Anyway, this statement itself is not correct because moist red litmus, obviously there is water, so ammonia gas also can change it. Anyway, sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent. So what you have to add here? Concentrated you have to add. Concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent. Ammonia reacts with chlorine to give ammonium chloride and nitrogen. So you have to add excess of ammonia reacts with chlorine to give ammonium chloride and what? Nitrogen. Okay. Identify only the anion. Okay, you have to identify what is the anion here. The compound on heating produces a colorless, odorless gas which turns lime water milky and has no effect on acidified potassium dichromate solution. So the gas must be carbon dioxide, and after heating, if you are getting a carbon dioxide, then the compound must be a carbonate. So the ion is carbonate. Ion in bracket you can also write CO3 minus 2. The solution of the compound which on treating with concentrated sulfuric acid and freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution produce a brown ring. Brown ring test is for what? Nitrate. Simple question, a direct question. Nitrate ion which is NO3 minus. Mohan has 3 solutions PQR having pH 13, 5 and 2 respectively. Which of the following solutions PQ or R will react with magnesium to liberate hydrogen gas? So which is acidic? Acidic is below 7. So it can be Q or R. Anything if you have written, fine. So solution R you can write. Will liberate ammonia gas when it reacts with ammonium chloride. It should be a base. Base is 13. So solution P. Will contain molecules as well as ions, which must be a weak electrolyte. Here weak acid you can say 5, which is Q. Okay, solution R, solution P, solution Q. R, P, Q. The following table is related to industrial process of an acid. Name of the process, reactant SO2 plus O2, catalyst and final product. See here, many students have confusion. Okay, see, this is obviously the sulfuric acid preparation manufacturing. So A would be contact process. The name of the process is contact process. B, the catalyst is very simple, vanadium pentoxide. Vanadium pentoxide. If anybody has written platinum, that is also correct. Okay, platinum also can be used. See, they have asked here final product. So we can assume that they have asked the final product means it is the end product of the process. So end product we will get is sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. They could have given a proper question because some children may write sulfur trioxide, which is SO3. If they have got only product, then we could have written that, but the final word they have added, so I think it must be sulfuric acid. Okay, come to question number 4. Define the following terms: molar volume and normal salt. You will get it in textbook. Okay, molar volume is the volume occupied by 1 mole of any gas, 1 mole of any gas at STP. Okay, standard temperature and pressure. So it is the volume occupied by 1 mole of any gas at standard temperature and pressure. It's only for gas. Normal salt, okay, simple question. It is the salt formed by complete replacement of hydrogen atoms from an acid by a metal ion or ammonium ion, that is known as normal salt. So the definitions, you have to see how much they will give you mark based on your definitions. Okay, draw electron dot structure. So I told in the revision also that these 2 marks questions will be compulsory. Methane molecule, nitrogen molecule. Methane molecule, you just have to write 1 dot cross dot cross dot cross dot cross, simply write hydrogen atoms. Nitrogen molecule, nitrogen will have 3 pairs and 1 lone pair on the nitrogen atom. This will be the nitrogen molecule. They did not ask the formation of following, they simply asked to write the electron dot structure. Okay, complete and balance the following equations. Al2O3 NaOH, this is from analytical chemistry, amphoteric oxide. So NaAlO2 will be the product plus water. So this is neutralization only. So if you balance this, NaAlO2, Al is 2 here, so make it 2 here, 2 Na, so make it 2 NaOH. I think it is balanced. All right, 3 plus 4 plus 5 oxygen, 5, right. Second one and third one are from organic chemistry. Second one is decarboxylation using soda lime. So remove the sodium carbonate like this, Na2CO3 plus C2H6. Ethane is formed here. Next one is it is a 1,2-dibromoethane and alcoholic KOH. This will be dehydrohalogenation. So you will get C2H2 plus KBr plus H2O. So there are 2 bromine atoms, 2 KBr, 2 H2O and 2 alcoholic KOH. You will get ethane. This is a method of preparation of ethane. Choose the organic compound from the list. Again, organic chemistry here. The compound which does not have a double bond in its structure. They did not ask only between carbon or carbon, right? Any double bond. So ethene has a double bond. Ethanoic acid also has a double bond, right? COOH. Ethanol do not have. Methanol also has C double bond OH. So double bond is there. So ethanol is the answer. The compound which in its pure form turns into an ice-like solid on cooling, it is ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid, we call it as glacial acetic acid, whatever that ice-like solid. The compound which is used for artificial ripening of fruit is ethene. Simple question. Methanol has nothing here. Question number 5. Main metal used in making the alloys. Again, I told in the revision that 2 marks questions will be compulsory, and how to remember these tricks also I have explained. Duralumin, main metal. See, name they have asked. If you simply written Al, then it is wrong. You have to write aluminium. Name you have to write. Stainless steel, iron is the main metal used. Differentiate between the following pairs: sulfuric acid and nitric acid using barium chloride. See children, what happens here? Sulfuric acid plus barium chloride. This also have explained. Detection of sulfate anion. Barium sulfate will form, which is white precipitate. We discussed this in the revision, right? Whereas HNO3 if you take and barium chloride if you take, you will get barium nitrate. Barium nitrate is soluble. All metal nitrates are soluble. So there is no precipitate in the case of nitric acid. You need not to write the equation, but you know, you have to write sulfuric acid with barium chloride gives white precipitate, whereas nitric acid with barium chloride gives no precipitate. Unsaturated and saturated hydrocarbons based on type of bond present. Saturated means all the four valency of carbon is satisfied by single covalent bonds, right? Whereas unsaturated means at least one carbon to carbon double bond or carbon to carbon triple bond must be present. This is how you write the differences. Next, mole concept question on mole concept. Here simple questions again, no difficulty. See, equations given, calcium carbonate reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid already balanced. What is the mass of 5 moles of calcium carbonate? And even no need to find the relative molecular mass, that is also given. So you know that 1 mole of any substance, here calcium carbonate, will be its gram molecular mass, which is 100 grams. So 5 moles means multiply by 5. So you will get how much? 500 grams of calcium carbonate. Unit is important. Okay. How many moles of HCl will react with 5 moles of calcium carbonate? See the equation. 1 mole of calcium carbonate needs 2 moles. So 5 moles will need how much? Multiply by 2. 10 moles of HCl. Isn't it simple question? What is the volume of carbon dioxide liberated at STP at the same time? Same time means when you use 5 moles. Okay. So for 1 mole you are having 22.4 liter at STP. This is the molar volume. For 5 moles means multiplied by 5. 5 into 22.4. I think 112 liters will be the answer. Right? Chalo. Next, identify the gas evolved. Simple, this kind of question also we discussed in the revision. Methane undergoes complete combustion. So here I don't know where how many of you written. See, methane undergoes complete combustion means it will give you carbon dioxide and water vapor. Maybe some children might have written carbon dioxide alone, but I'm not sure whether they will give marks for that alone, because water vapor is also formed, means that is also gas, right? Because it is highly exothermic, na? Copper carbonate is heated, here no ambiguity, carbon dioxide, CaO plus CO2 products. Here MnO2 plus conc HCl, I mainly focused on this in the revision. It's chlorine, right? Chlorine gas. Again you have to write the name. Come to question number 6. X is given HCl, H plus Cl minus in solution state, Y PbR2, Pb2 plus 2Br minus molten state. From the above reactions X or Y, identify the reaction which exhibits electrolytic dissociation, ionization. Yes, in the revision I mainly focused on difference between ionization and dissociation. Dissociation will be for ionic compounds, ionization will be for polar covalent. So this will be Y, this will be X, right? Give reasons. Inert gases do not form ions. Simple question. Inert, mainly keywords will be inert gases have complete valence shell. Their valence shell is full or complete or 8 electrons, right? So they don't want to gain or lose electrons. They're already means they have stable electronic configuration, so they don't want to lose or gain electron, hence they do not form ions. Covalent compounds have a low melting and boiling point, so the molecules in covalent compounds have weak van der Waals force of attraction. The same question I discussed in the give reason, right? In the revision. So this is the keyword, which is weak means it can be easily breakable, hence they have low melting and boiling points. Arrange the following as per the instructions. This exactly same questions I discussed for A and C. Alright. So carbon, fluorine, beryllium, decreasing order of atomic size. So they are all in the same period. Across the period, atomic size decreases. So first beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So you have to write the name. right? Beryllium, carbon and fluorine. What they have given here, words. B, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, acetic acid, increasing order of number of replaceable H atoms. This also we discussed. First is acetic acid 1, sulfuric acid, then phosphoric acid. Increasing order, right? Increasing order of ionization potential. This also I told, remember Lena K. Decreasing order. To reverse you have to write first potassium, second sodium, third lithium. This will be increasing order of ionization potential. Simple questions again. Identify the element, an element in period 1 which can be placed in both group 1 and group 17. This is so simple. Na? In period 1 you have only hydrogen, helium. Helium to group 18. So what is left? Hydrogen. So hydrogen can be placed anywhere, 1 or 17. The element having electronic configuration 286. This one to direct question. Atomic number will be 16. What is that? Sulfur, right? The most electronegative element in period 3. See, the most electronegative element in whole periodic table is fluorine, but in period 3 it will be chlorine, isn't it? Because fluorine is in second period, right? Chalo. Seventh question. Rita was given an unknown salt for identification. She prepared a solution of the salt and divided it into two parts. So salt took into water, made it into two test tubes like this. So it has a solution. So to the first solution, she added few drops of ammonium hydroxide, obtained reddish brown precipitate. So say this is reddish brown PPT. To the second part of the solution, she added few drops of silver nitrate solution and obtained white precipitate. So to this, she added silver nitrate, you got means white PPT. Now, they have asked the cation present. Name the cation present and the anion present in the salt given for identification. See, reddish brown precipitate with ammonium hydroxide means it must be the cation ferric or iron 3 ion, right? The anion present in the salt. See, from AgNO3, if you are getting white precipitate, it is usually Cl, AgCl. So chloride anion, Cl minus, right? Fill in the blanks by choosing the correct answer from the bracket. Again, this one also I insisted in the revision. Carbon tetrachloride is a non-polar covalent molecule. During electrolysis of acidic water, the gas liberated at the anode, anion moves towards the anode, so oxygen gas will be liberated. Okay, last part. Ammonia burns in oxygen. So this is already equation given. So they have asked here exactly same kind of question I discussed in the revision, one shot revision. So first what you will write, you will rewrite the equation. Okay, in the exam first you have to see, this is for 3 marks now, you have to do step by step. Don't simply write the answers, right? So first you will write this, then what you will write, we are solving it by according to Gay-Lussac's law. So I told this, right? According to Gay-Lussac's law, what do we know here? 4 volume of ammonia reacts with 3 volume of oxygen, gives 2 volume of nitrogen, and don't write for water because they have asked here at room temperature. So water will be liquid. So we don't consider it nil for it, right? So based on that simple question, next, if 240 cc of ammonia is burnt in 300 cc of oxygen, find out the composition of the resultant gaseous mixture. So 240 cc of ammonia you want. See, from 4 volume you are getting, for 4 volume you need 3 volume of O2, right? So for 240 cc how much we need? So 240 into 3 by 4. This calculation is also easy. 180 cc of oxygen. But actually how much is there? 300 cc. Therefore, unused oxygen, excess of oxygen or unused oxygen will be 300 minus 180 if you do 120 cc. This is also will be in the resultant gaseous mixture. Next, what else will be there? Nitrogen. So from 4 volume of ammonia, you will get 2 volume of nitrogen. Therefore, from 240 cc, half now, how much you will get? 120 cc you will get. of nitrogen. So final answer, what you will write? The resultant gaseous mixture contains 120 cc of nitrogen and 120 cc of unreacted or unused oxygen gas. So that will be your complete answer. If you have written all these points according to Gay-Lussac and all, you will get full marks. The following table shows the electronic configuration of the atoms A, B, C, D. Again, simple question. So A, B, C, D, you already know. Write the formula of the compound formed between A and B. Crisscross method you can use. A will be metal plus 2 is there. B is 6 minus 2 will be there. So AB is the answer. D and C. D and C, if you see 4 and 7 means both are non-metals. So valency of D is 4, valency of C is 1. So 4 and 1. So DC4. Basically this is carbon, this is chlorine. CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. So this is DC4. Which of the above elements will exhibit catenation? So this is carbon, so it is D. Right? D. Don't write carbon. It is what A, B, C, D. Out of these four only you have to write. Last question. Okay. Choose the correct answer from the list given below. The ore which can be concentrated by magnetic separation out of these four, hematite, magnetic in nature. Empirical formula of ethine, ethine is C2H2, empirical formula will be CH, simplest ratio. Give balanced equation. See, this is the only question they asked on nitric acid, it seems, right? Copper reacts with concentrated nitric acid, so it is acting as an oxidizing agent, C plus HNO3. What you have to write below that? Concentrated. So this also specifically explained in revision video. So what will you will get? Carbon will be oxidized to carbon dioxide. HNO3 will give you reduced products, NO2 plus H2O, right? So 4 if you put here 2 and here 2. Simple balancing is there. Aluminum nitride with treated with water. This also we discussed. ALN plus H2O. Warm you have to write. Otherwise again marks will be gone. AlOH3 plus NH3. You need 3 moles of water here. Okay. Match the salts underlined in column A with the most suitable method of preparation given in column B. This also we discussed in the revision. A. Metal say salt if you want to get, you will use displacement reaction. So this is 3. KNO3 KOH. KOH is a base, so either titration or neutralization. Titration is not there, so neutralization is fourth one. Calcium carbonate. Most of the carbonates are precipitates, I told you. So you can put 1. There is no direct combination in this question. So last question is on HCl. So I told that HCl is only 1. So 1 plus 3. Overall 4 marks on HCl. So if you add this study of compounds all together, will be around 15 marks. So which is the second biggest chapter you can say after organic chemistry. And this is also straightforward question, no twist, nothing. So this is the laboratory preparation of HCl using concentrated sulfuric acid and sodium chloride. Give a balanced equation for this. So we discussed it a lot of times. H2SO4, don't forget to write the concentrated below this. And we have to mention the temperature is below 200 degrees Celsius. So NaHSO4 plus HCl. This is a balanced chemical equation. B. State the method of collection. Since HCl is heavier than air, it will push the air upward. So this is called as upward displacement of air. Method of collection is this. C. What is the property of sulfuric acid that makes it suitable reagent for the reaction? It's a non-volatile property. Non-volatile property of sulfuric acid. Okay. So this is your 2024 board paper. Hope you have done well, or if you're preparing for 2025, 26 or higher next years, so wish you all the best for your exam. We'll meet in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.